How's it going, everybody? Let's see. Who do we got in the house? Dwight, howdy. Art. Pappy, how's it going? Steve, John. And that's it. Well, that's easy if it's just the 5 or 6 of us. I'm sure there's more people going to be coming in just a minute. No, I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to have you watch paint dry this time. Tennessee River, how are you doing? Good. Good. Well, glad Dave sent you over here. There's some more people strolling in. I hope I don't have any food on my mouth. I just finished eating. Oh, there's Indian Head Valley Wilmer. Seems like I know him from somewhere. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Sean, how you doing? Jerry's in. How's it going, Jerry? Joe Rader, Shay. Good to see everyone this evening. I think I said hi to Pappy, didn't I? I think so. I'm getting old. I can't remember. Vinny, how's it going? Randall Ellison, how you doing? The goal tonight is to get, hey Ian, how's it going? The goal tonight is to get as many people in here on the live stream as I have subscribers. Think we can do that? No? Joe Rader. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and get started, y'all. There's 17 of us here at least right now. I appreciate everybody coming this evening. And you think I'm not looking at you, but I am. Yeah, good luck. I'm looking down at my computer, but my camera's up there. So I have tonight. So here's what we're going to do. I've got a couple things. One, I'm going to explain some scenery I did. And then the other is a mail call. Maybe we're gonna see what's in the mail call. So that's it's an exciting one. So I'm but hey Nissy, how you doing? The mail call was exciting. So I'm going to show you some scenery I did, and also a huge mess up. So and then we'll move on to the mail calls. And I got somebody special here with us this evening, and I will bring him up from the basement. Everybody knows Uncle Wilmer.
Hi, everyone.
So what Uncle Wilmer's going to do for me tonight, because it is so hard to watch the chat, he is going to field questions for me. And he agreed to do that, and I appreciate it, because I hate missing everybody's chat questions, and that's what he's going to do. So glad to have you, Uncle Wilmer.
Yep, I got my pen ready. Got my glasses adjusted. And I'm ready to take questions for you. That's it. Put me down there.
All right, you're in the small part of the screen. So.
Yep.
So
I'm in the background.
I just start
first
off.
question is Steve 87th. I see says, "What's in the mail call?"
Oh, yeah, that's a surprise.
That's a surprise.
Yeah. So I'll show you all that in a minute. I don't have any paint on myself, Shay.
Yep.
The other night when we were watching they were watching the live stream, they were telling me I had paint on myself, and I knew I didn't. So.
I do. I got paint on me.
Well, that's good. Well, I must really be sloppy. I flung it all the way up to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So I know the other night on the live stream, and I'll move the camera a little bit closer. Y'all were watching me paint my backdrop. For those of you that were able to join, so there's my there's the backdrop I did. But I also did. I also scenic this area, as you can see. So I got some. I don't know how well this camera focuses that close. What's it look like, Wilmer? Can you tell? Can you see my dandelions? Oh, okay. You can see my dandelions out in the field, and my clover over here, my patch of clover.
Is that what the bluish?
Yeah,
is right there in the center.
Yeah, right here. So I put a few trees out and everything. So that's my.
I think your backdrop looks good. The way you got
the storm clouds.
Well, I like the way the trees are. The trees are great, and yeah, you can tell them they're storm clouds. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to do some more in here up further. So but so I did the trees on the live stream the other night, and they came out fairly well, I think. So, but it was the blending the turf, and a couple of things I want to tell you when you're doing this against your backdrop is a good thing to make it look a little more three-dimensional is the same thing they do in the theater. Slant your ground towards your backdrop. Just a little. It doesn't have to be much, but that gives a little more three-dimensional effect when the ground is slanted downwards towards the backdrop. So, but I just because this is going to be a cow pasture, it's just fine turf is all I used on it. I haven't used any static grass back there in that area, so that's why.
Steve 87th asked if you needed pictures of storm clouds to do what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you use pictures?
No, I didn't.
No.
That was actually a happy little accident, as Bob Ross calls it.
Oh, okay.
I was painting some trees up here, some taller foreground trees, and they just looked horrible. And so what I did is I tried to paint over them, and when I did, it kind of smeared them into cloud formations instead of painting over them. So I was like, oh, well, that's good. So I just left it like that. So it was a happy little accident. It wasn't on purpose.
You got 24 people in now.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good. I hope did I miss anybody? Kevin, how's it going?
Dave from Crooked River's in now.
Yeah, see Dave.
And Missy J.
Yep, I said hi to Missy.
And I think we got everybody else.
So I got my super trees here. I'm thinking about making some. I know Jason was talking about this the other day. Was the loblolly pines, and those are really hard to. You can't find them commercially, so you got to make them if you're going to make them. And I have a method I've been experimenting with some goldenrod, and I'll show you one of those in a minute. It's up front, but It looks pretty good. But my big warning tonight is test your track with 4 and 6 wheeled axle engines prior to putting ballast down. Why do I say that? Well, you see all my plaster here where I had to tear up scenery.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask about that.
Well, what happened is I was running 4-axle locomotives over my track here with really no problem. And then so I decided to go ahead and ballast it. Well, then after I ballasted it, I ran 6-axle locomotives over it. And guess what happened? One of them kept derailing.
Oh.
So I got out my handy dandy track gauge and I went along, and lo and behold, there was a section of track that was too wide. And the more I fixed it, the worse it got. So I ended up just tearing the whole thing up, and in the process of doing that, of course, some of the ballast tore up scenery along the edge. But I can fix it. But it was just annoying that I wasted that much ballast. And
really, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
it don't look as bad as you make it sound.
well, I think it was more annoyed that I didn't fully check my track before I did what I did. I think that's what annoyed me worse. And because I know better, you know. And I was just going on, oh, it'll be fine. You know how sometimes you get in that mood. Well, if you ever get in that
wants
mood,
to know how it got out of gauge.
I have no idea.
So he don't make that mistake. I know that's why he's asking.
It usually when that happens, it's in a curve though.
Right.
Right. And it might have popped out of one of the little spikes that it's in. It didn't look like it was, and it wasn't. The thing is, it was out of gauge, maybe a 64th of an inch. So you really can't tell,
right,
until you put the gauge on it. And that's all it needs to be out. It doesn't need to be out more than a 64th of an inch. And guess what?
Right. Well, I think we just like Dave from Crooked River says I think we've all been there one time or another. I can honestly say I've been there. I'm still there.
Well, yeah, it's like I said, it's I know better. That's why I was so mad at myself for doing that.
Right.
So anyway, I tore it up and I've put all new track down here now. So, and I have tested it.
Cool.
So it works now. But I think what I'm doing just to relieve a little bit of stress, I am putting some small nails. These nails right here, these are just, what are they, number 18s, I think, 3/4 inch nails. And I'm putting them on the outside rail just to hold the rail in place so it doesn't, so time doesn't warp it or anything like that.
You don't glue the track or anything?
No, because when I ballast it, it glues it down.
Yeah. Okay.
When I ballast the track, it glues it down. So.
Okay.
So by putting these nails here, like here's a joint, especially behind a joint, is what I just kind of angle it in so the nail head holds, and you sink it to the bottom of the track, of the rail, so you don't ever see it because the ballast covers it up when you put ballast on it. So no, when I put my track down, I nail it. I put the nails in. I don't know if you can see. I've got nails in here. And then once you ballast it, it's all glued in place anyway. So
Dave from Crooked River said that he had so many places like that on his old layout. That's why he tore down it and started
yeah.
over.
Well, I've checked some places, and this was the last place that I had that I've run on. So I hope this is the last one.
Dwight Curley said, "I just burnt my layout to the ground. I'm starting over."
Well, you could do that too. Just take a match to it.
I hope you had it outside.
Yeah.
I hope you had it outside when you started to burn it.
What's Steve saying? Follow all rules. Use plastic siding. Oh, that's probably Jack's challenge about scratch building.
Right.
But anyway, this is a nice pure curve now, and there's nothing out of gauge on it because I've not only gone along with my track gauge, but I've run my SD40s around it. A triple consist of SD40s, and they stayed on the track just fine. So, but that was a nightmare for me. Like I said, I was more annoyed at myself because I know better, and I did it anyway. I got lazy. So Nathan, that's going to be there's going to be a pasture back here, so I'm going to have cows and milk cows and some hay bales out there. So little things like that, and I am going to put a barbed wire fence up, roughly following the track, but I think I'm gonna curve it back straight towards the wall here, and then make the barbed wire, finish over there. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this front part yet, because I sure don't want my cows wandering across the tracks. They'll get run over. Yeah, Nissy, it is. It's a mess to clean up, and you can't reuse it once it's been glued down. So I just wasted a bunch of ballast, and that's another thing that made me mad, is the amount of ballast I wasted. So I've got I think it's even better now. I've got a much tighter track in here. I'm going to let it sit a few days, to see what the temperature and humidity do with it, and then I'll test it again, and then ballast it. So, because temperature and humidity will change your track.
Tennessee River said he just started to follow you, but he wanted to know what you model, era, and your railroad.
Okay, so that's not a stupid question. There's only stupid answers. There's never any stupid questions, right?
We got lots of stupid answers.
Yeah, that's right. So it's HO scale. I'm modeling the Kansas City Southern in 1976, so the bicentennial year. So, and I'm pretty, as Wilmer can tell you, I'm pretty much a stickler on that. If they didn't have it, and I'm trying to do late summer, like early September time frame. If it wasn't on the railroad in that time frame, I won't have it on my train set.
Nathan DeLay wants to know if you have a junkyard for a car lot on that scene.
No, I don't, and I don't know if my cars. I've got some cars laying over on the side here. Maybe that can start the junkyard.
Yeah.
Wait for Heath. He can find silly questions. Okay.
Yeah, this ought to make you feel good. Tennessee River says that that was 2 years before he was born.
Oh, marvelous. Yeah. That makes me feel great.
Yeah, I figured it would.
Okay. Well, and the reason I wanted to model 76 is really because of the bicentennial paint scheme that Kansas City Southern had. And since you haven't seen it, I'll show it when I get around to the other side of the layout. So I will, I'm going to make everybody dizzy for just a minute. We're going to walk up here.
Oh, wow. You need to do Jerry Satterelli's challenge.
What's that? Oh, cleaning up? Yeah, thanks.
I remember you just got this shed here not long ago.
Oh, it's a mess because you know what it is? I try to do about 10 different projects at one time. So
I should talk. You don't even want me to pan around my room.
So this is the first part of the mail call. This isn't the real exciting part, but it's exciting. The brand new track. I just got it. So I can finish up my layout finally.
All right, cool.
I have been waiting on these. I waited and waited. I had used all microengineering stuff up to this point, and microengineering let me down. They weren't going to make any turnouts until summertime. So my layout would have just been sitting here till summertime, not being finished. So I decided to go ahead and get some of these Walthers turnouts. Since I'm at a place in my layout where it doesn't matter if I use a different type of turnout. So it's not like I'm in the middle of a yard or something like that.
I don't think I've ever used a Walthers turnout.
Well, these are brand new. Walthers just had them manufactured, and they're all new tooling and everything. So
yeah, cool.
I'm kind of anxious to see what they're like. They are DCC friendly.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Steve 87th PSAP wants to know, why didn't you hand lay your turnouts? That's the latest trend.
It is, but if I would have hand laid my turnouts, it would have been worse than that curve up there.
I just look at him and go, no.
No. I maybe I could have done it, but I've never done it before, and I didn't even want to try. So I'll let the experts create the turnouts. So here are the new Walthers track. They're tooling.
They look nice.
Yeah. They do. They're not like microengineering, so they require a switch stand of some sort. Microengineering has the spring in them, so you don't have to use any type of switch machine.
Right.
But these do.
Oh, just get yourself a pack of them caboose throws.
Yep.
I like them caboose throws.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. And I think it's narrow enough. It looks to be narrow enough to throw that I can use the N scale ones. The Atlas throws are a little bit bigger, so you have to use the HO scale ones on the Atlas switches.
Gator 115 wants to know, not sure if I missed it, but what is the minimum maximum turnouts you're using, or is it kind of as they come along?
Now, I've used all number 6 turnouts on the entire layout.
Okay.
And my minimum radius is 32 inches.
There you go.
So these look nice. They have the jumpers on them already built in, and the little tab if you do want to power your frogs. I don't power my frogs. Really, no need to. So they look nice. So, and of course, the only thing I don't like about these is I'm going to have to look into it, but it looks like you can't switch sides for the switch stand for the ties that go out to put the switch stand on. It appears that those can't be turned around, but so the oh,
Jerry
you know
wants
what?
to know, is that number 6 turnout?
Yep, that's a number 6.
Looks long.
It does, doesn't it? Well, I think what's happened is they've got a lot extra up here.
Oh.
I think the micro engineering switches would have been about to there. In fact, I have a broken micro engineering number 6. And if I, well, they're not that much longer, but if you can see the micro engineering is about 3 or 4 ties shorter.
Yeah.
So
it's a nice looking turnout though.
Yeah, it is. And I like their nickel silver. It looks really silver. You know how most nickel silver rails look kind of gold looking?
Yeah. They look really good from on the picture, on the screen here.
Yeah. So it looks like I don't see a spring. Oh, you know what? I got a broken one. Of course.
You broke one.
That
What'd
would
you break
be
it for?
Well, it's just my luck.
They do have a spring in them, but it popped out when you pulled it out of the.
No, it was already popped out because I saw this in the package and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
That's the little cover for the spring.
Oh.
And I saw that in the package and I didn't. But
yeah,
I just looked at this other one and I do see the springs in it. So.
Well, maybe it fell out. You see it laying there?
No, I don't. I might find it later, but it's going to be tiny. Huh. Well, that's
Well, that stinks.
Yeah, but that's my luck. I have the same problem with micro engineering switches. I've sent the good thing about micro engineering is I can send it back to them. They'll fix it and send it to me in a few days.
Yeah. Good luck with Walthers.
Yeah. So with the Walthers ones, I don't know.
I think I read somewhere. Was it Walthers that bought Shikara or whatever? Sakura?
Shinohara?
Yeah, I think they bought Sakura out.
They did buy Shinohara. That's
or Shanohara or whatever.
Yeah.
I know it's a name I can't pronounce.
Yeah. So I have some of those Caboose Industries throws, so I'll debate whether to send that back or not. That's just annoying when you get something new and it's broken.
Nathan DeLay wants to know, do you have simple turnouts there are like for simple sidings, stuff for branch lines on your layout? I think what he wants to know is do you have like sidings just little branch lines for industries or whatever on your layout?
Well, this is one of them. So this is if you can see it, this is a siding, and this siding is going to serve the grain elevator up there, team track, and then also 2 industries on this track here, and then it's going to have another track where those hoppers are sitting.
Where's your
So
main?
Main's right here.
Okay.
Main, siding. Off of the siding, I'm going to have 2 switches that serve all 5 of those industries. And the same thing over here. I've got where I've got my tanker sitting there. That's a refinery, and off of that siding, the refinery tracks, and then also the cement industry and the paper mill will be there too.
Steve Childers said, "Bother service is excellent. I have simply sent an email and a photo of the issue, and they shipped him replacements."
Really?
You're the first one I heard say that, Steve.
I hope that's the case then.
Yep. Take a picture of it and send it to him. Tell him, hey, maybe it wasn't in there and you just didn't see it, you know?
Well, it might not have been in there because the cover was already off.
Hey, you know, stuff happens when they're going down assembly line.
Well, yeah, plus they had to come all the way from China.
Hey, Sparky, yeah, I thought the same thing about that there tanker. It looked like an air compressor.
Which one? Oh, no. Oh, the big blue one?
Yeah, that big blue tanker there.
Oh, so here's what I was going to show you. Here's my loblolly pine. I haven't finished it.
It looks nice.
So this is just painted goldenrod. After goldenrod turns to seed, it turns gray and it gets fuzzy. And so you just pick a bunch of it and then paint. I painted it. And there's a paint you can buy at Michael's that's specially made for plants, real plants. And that's what I used on it.
The trunk ain't going round or goldenrod or your trunk. No,
the trunk is actually a branch off of a dogwood tree.
Okay. And then you just glued it together.
I did. I just drilled holes and glued in the branches from the goldenrod. So this, I took the branch off of the dogwood tree, and I used some of that Vallejo wash, the dark gray wash on it, and it came out almost a perfect color, as you can see. And it actually looks like the bark on a pine tree too. So I figured that hopefully I need to put some more branches on it because right now it's just flat. I haven't put enough on the sides, but that's how I'm making those. I don't, if anybody's seen these loblolly type pines or southern pines, they're nothing like a fir tree, and that's all everybody makes is fir trees. Yeah.
Nathan DeLay asked, do you have heritage units that would have ran on your layout? And the chat moved and I lost it. Well, that would have run on your layout, and the oldest diesel in the fleet of your railroad and model that would have ran on your layout.
There was really no such thing as heritage units when I was growing up in 1976, because the heritage units were the actual units.
Right. Yeah, Nathan, he's old.
Yeah, I'm old. There was no such thing as heritage units because they were the actual units. And but I do have some F units. Kansas City Southern was still running F units in 76. A lot of them too.
Yeah.
That was one of the main thing in their fleet. They were running F7s and F3s. So So that's what's going on here. All right. So let me. Oh, and to show you one more thing, I got in a mail call. I got this nice Athearn yellow hopper. KCF, of course.
Steve Childers said it right. Back in the 60s, heritage units were steam powered. Recently taken out of service, LOL.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't really see any steam power on the Kansas City Southern. I mean, there were still railroads using them in the later 60s and the 70s, but well, I don't think any in the 70s, but in the late 60s at least.
Right.
KCS stopped using them. I think the last time they used a steam unit was 61. So
I like your tree. So get back to your tree.
So now comes the big surprise.
The big surprise?
Yeah, so now we gotta, let me make everybody dizzy again. Oh, look, you can see yourselves. As I walk along, because I'm going to do the big reveal. This is what I've been waiting for. Is everybody ready? Aha. NCE equipment.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could you buy a booster?
I not only bought a booster, but I bought a wireless base station and a wireless throttle.
Oh.
So now I can go wireless.
You got tired of plugging in.
I did. I did, and I know there's 1,000 videos on YouTube about how to set up NCE wireless base stations and how to set up smart boosters. I think even Dave did one.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
No,
because it's NCE. Now, if that was Digitrax,
it would take me forever. If it was, I tell you what.
Sparky says he don't have a substation kit.
Yeah. Oh, Sparky did one too. He had a smart booster.
You don't have a substation kit.
Oh, the wireless base.
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth it. It's gonna be worth it. Let's put it that way. So, ooh, look at this. I'm just taking it out of the box.
That's nice.
And it's small and compact. So, all that comes in the box is the smart booster and the cords.
Right. And Sparky says it's easy. It's one wire to the to the receiver.
So basically, if you get if you have an NCE system, and I hope you all do because they are so easy to set up and so easy to use. That's why I would recommend it when I first got into DCC.
Oh, Sparky says he has a wireless throttle. It's a Walters substation kit Steve was asking him about.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Rick Bailey, would you say blasphemy? What's he talking about?
Blasphemy. That's some strong words there.
So I don't have one other thing that I have to get that I'm going to get probably within the next couple of months is a network interface, so I can people that come over, I can have them run their use their smartphones to run their trains, to run my trains, and that's what I'm going to do.
Tennessee River Union Railroad said he started with NCE but switched to Digitrax because he thinks Digitrax is easier.
Really? How in the world is that? Does he think Digitrax is easier?
I still don't know.
You know, we we use Digitrax at the place where the museum I volunteer at. And I've been doing there almost 2 years, and I still can't figure it out.
I go down to Dave Garlick's, and he has Digitrax, and I can operate it, but don't ask me to figure it out. I mean, if I run into any kind of trouble, I'm always out yelling, "Hey, I need some help here. I don't know how to run this thing." The NCE and MRC are pretty easy to use.
Yeah, I haven't used MRC, and
that's what Buck got.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, Digitrax is probably fine. I'm just not with it. They're all pretty much do the same thing.
Right.
DES, how's it going? Yeah. You know what, Vinny? The big thing about Digitrax is the dispatching the numbers. I don't really understand what the point of that is. So if you get too many locomotives stored in there in the throttle, you have to dispatch them, and I don't know what that's all about.
Steve Childers says with wireless and having a PC connected to use JMRI, it simply don't matter Digitrax or NCE.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
So this is, I don't know if you can see this. This is this is the bus wire from my panel down here, my UTC panel. So I just pulled it off the back. The only thing I have to do now is plug it in here. And then with the smart booster, I plug in. I've got a place for 2 cab buses, so I can plug in my wireless. Hang on a second. Let me grab my wireless unit back here. So I can plug in my wireless unit, plus I can plug in something else. Now I can also run this down to my UPC panel, and then now have 2 outlets. The only thing you have to remember is on this panel, you cannot have it powered, and you can't have a track bus running to it. The power and the track bus have to run to the smart booster. Okay, so if you ever get one of these smart boosters, no connections into this except from this to the panel. So
yeah. Don't get much easier than that.
Yeah. So basically, this is taking the place of what's in your power cab.
Right.
The power cab is not only a controller,
but it's also your system. Right.
What's that?
It's also your system.
Yes. But now this becomes your DCC system. And then this just becomes another throttle.
Yes.
So the let's see.
That's true, Otter Creek. That's so true, Otter Creek. In another 10 years, everything that we're using is going to be obsolete.
That's right.
I agree with you. It just seems like that's the trend.
Yeah. So what I need to do now is just plug this cord. This is the one that came with the wireless base station. Plug it into there and plug it into the port labeled bus. And plug my power in. If I can get it in. All right. All right, somebody tell me what's going on here. Maybe I should plug my power in first. There we go. So now this, once again, this becomes just a regular throttle.
Right.
And I use, instead of using the flat cord with it, you use the coiled cord that came with it.
I got a question for you, Robert. Maybe you can answer. When you're going to use your wireless throttle, you're going to have to program all your engines into that wireless throttle, or will it automatically come up?
No, you just select your engine like you do on your power cab.
No, what I'm saying is you already have programmed into your power cab your numbers. Like I have 4 engines. Let's say they're 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have one assigned 1, one assigned 2, one side 3, one side 4. Now, is that all you have to do is just hit on your remote 1, 2, or 3, or 4, and it'll recognize? I guess, yeah, it would, because it programs the engine. That's right. Okay.
Right.
Never mind. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. Now the thing you have to remember about this, now that you have it plugged into here, and you can't have it plugged into here, is that you can't use the program track function. You can program only on the main now. You don't have a program track function. So you can still program locomotives, but only on the main line. You can't do a separate program track.
Right. Yeah, he got a wireless NCE, Anthony.
Yeehaw.
Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt asked that. He's just got in here.
Yeah, how you doing, Anthony? So we're going to see how well it works. That's all there was to it. I mean, I just sat here and set it up. What I'm probably going to do, though, is you can get these, you can use this panel, but I'm probably going to get another one so I can plug in that thing to use with Wi-Fi. All right, let's see what happens.
I see a light.
I hear engines.
I hear engines firing up. Make sure you don't have nothing on the track shorting it out.
Yeah. So everybody hears my engines. Okay, just to test it out first with my with this, I'm going to select my you see my bicentennial unit down there. Let me zoom in.
Yep.
Horn, bell. Headlight. See what happens. Nothing.
Dave said to use your old panel and your old power cab on a separate track for a programming check.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let me do something here.
Joey, Late Night Model Railroad says, should that be smoking like that? That's not funny.
All right, let me try something else. All right, so I've got some problems, and I don't know what they are. My speed is not, my forward and reverse aren't working. Don't you love it when things like this happen?
Otter Creek wants to know, is that an SD9?
That's a Jeep 9. No, that's a Jeep 7. Sorry, that's a Jeep 7.
Jeep 7. Jeep 7.
Yeah. Okay. I've got power. I can ring the bell. I can blow the horn, but it won't move.
Sparky wants me to ask about the flat jumper cable. Did you put the flat jumper cable in?
What flat jumper cable?
What flat jumper cable? Should be on the front of your booster. Should be about 4 inches long, he says.
Didn't get one of those.
Didn't get one of those. It probably went the same place where the spring went.
Yep. I'm wondering, hang on a second.
All right.
I think, well, those are both cab buses. Let me see what happens without the wireless.
All right. I hear bells.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know this is going to be a dumb question, but did you read the instructions?
Yes, I did earlier, believe it or not.
Okay. I kind of figured you would.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of us that just take and chuck the instructions. I've been known to do that myself.
I not only read the instructions, but I watched videos. I did everything
Oh, you watched the video. So you should be fairly knowledgeable by now, I think.
You think?
Although I've watched, I don't know how many of those videos on airbrushing, and you would have seen that mess.
So this shows that
I'm trying to there, George. Anthony.
I have it exactly like the instructions say.
Sparky says on his, there's a flat cable that jumps the track power through the booster.
There was not even a place to plug it in.
It's usually on the back of the, I know mine has a spot on the back to where I can actually turn it.
There's nothing back here.
No, go to the front of that. Goes from the back of the bottom one there, the one down on the bottom there, from your old power cab. Goes from the old power cab up to your booster. No, down the one that your old power cab plugged into.
This is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to do it that way. You can do it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's if you want, that's if you want to expand it so you have 2 ports.
Well, that way it makes it a control center, not just a booster, is what Sparky's saying.
Well, I don't know where you'd put it. I mean,
Rick Bailey asked, is your booster in dummy mode? Is there such a thing?
it doesn't say that there's any way to set that. Let's see. It says connect the 4-pin cable.
Well, he's here. You can blame it on him.
Oh, it's Heath's fault.
Yeah.
Hey, Nancy. I didn't see Nancy come in. How you doing?
Oh, Nancy's been in here for quite a while.
Yeah. And just everybody, I know I was busted on Digitrax, but I was just kidding. Digitrax, all I'm sure every DCC system is great and has its pluses and minuses.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've just always used NCE, so that's what I'm used to.
Right. Sparky says, what is to the left and right of the light? That is where his goes.
You mean this? So this is a control. This is a control bus. So this is to daisy chain it to a dumb booster. That's what it's for. These 2 are cab buses to plug in your cab or either your wireless or your.
He left me all by myself. He did that to me the other night, too. Oh, boy. There he comes.
I don't know what
happened. I was all alone. I can't hardly hear you now.
You can't hardly hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like your voice was coming in better before you went on the blitz. Blame it on Heath.
Yeah. All right, so let's do this. I have
oh, I can hear you.
Yeah, for some reason it's not seeing my webcam anymore.
It's only coming the camera, right off your
laptop camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very odd. I'll have to. This has done this before. My webcam has just gone bye-bye. I don't know why.
You sure is it the webcam or is it the computer just not recognizing it?
I don't know. Have no idea. Anyway.
So we got the webcam right off your laptop.
Laptop, right.
Yeah.
So this is this is a control bus. This is for you to daisy chain dumb boosters to it. These 2 are cab buses, so you can connect the cab or wireless or 2 cabs to it, or you can run one of these down to your UTP panel. So you have two more outlets. instead of just one. So either way,
Sparky says, hold on. I'm going to get it so it don't disappear. Sparky says, what happens if you plug a flat cable into each port, connects the two spots together?
you mean to plug them into here?
I don't know. We'll have to wait till he answers. I don't know.
Well, if you
I'm
did
so
that,
confused.
if you did that, you wouldn't have a place to plug in your cab.
I don't know. You got me confused. I have no idea. Heath wants to know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying, Heath. I'm trying to hook up. So I've got my smart booster hooked up, my new one, and I'm running it. And I can do the bell and the lights and the horns, but I can't. The engine won't move forward or backward. So that's the problem. You know what? There was a. Let me try this. Maybe
Roy
it
says,
will.
take the brake off.
Or was it select low train? Oops. So this is great, isn't it? I thought I was going to have this all set up. 03 enter 2.
You know, if you'd probably set it up before you turned the camera on, it'd probably be working great. That's the way things work for me.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah, Nathan, that's what he does. If it isn't from his time period and it never ran on the KCS, it ain't going to be on his layout. That's the way Robert works. Oh, I heard a horn.
well, yeah. I'm getting all the functions except moving it.
Did you
That's
try the
what.
buttons instead of the roller?
Yeah.
That don't work either, huh?
Yeah.
No. That's weird. Sound
Very
decoder is working,
strange.
but the function decoder isn't.
All right. Let me just do this. Unplug it a minute.
Tell him to kill the consist from Georgia Sunbelt. That's Steve 87 that said that.
Yeah, function 9 on. Well, I've got two different decoders. I'm trying to run this on, Roy, and function 9 on a soundtracks decoder is actually the crossing horn. I'm not sure what it is on the TCS decoder.
Otter Creek and said, didn't you have a similar problem, Anthony? from Georgia Sunbelt. And I'm going down through here trying to.
Sure. What Rick? What do you want to try? Rick said he wanted to try something.
Yeah, I see that. Can we try something?
Steve, I've actually tried a couple different locos. So.
You don't have nothing shorting out the track, laying across the track or anything.
Well, no, but the horns and the bells wouldn't be working if that were the case.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I've got one of my locos is moving.
You got a loco moving.
Yay!
Hey! Look, we got movement. Wonder why it was. I don't know. Maybe it was taking a moment. I don't know why it didn't just. You didn't do nothing, did you? You didn't do nothing, did you? Robert muted himself. He got so excited he got muted.
No, I did not do anything. And I want to tell you something. I can tell with this 5-amp booster that things are running a lot smoother.
Really?
Yeah.
It took you 20 minutes to get them to run before instead of 10?
Yeah. No, I just mean the actual running.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I'm just being ornery.
Yeah. They seem to have a little more power behind them. Just the smoothness is a lot different.
So what did you think you were doing wrong that they didn't move?
I have no idea. And you can see that this has no keep alive in it. And look at I'm running over the switches, stopping on switches, and none of those frogs are powered. Now I don't have powered frogs on my layout, so.
Read GSB.
Well, I guess next time we'll have to worry about setting up the wireless part of it. Yeah, maybe that was it, Roy. Maybe just unplugging it and plugging it back in. Who knows?
Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt said to tell you to kill the consist. Those locals are in there.
Okay.
And recall the loco. That
maybe
one
I can
wasn't
do that.
in consist.
Well, I didn't even think about that. The other locos I were trying were all consisted ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. So I'll have to. That thinks Anthony. I bet that's what it is. Anthony to the rescue. He gets the prize.
Everybody kept telling me to read his question. I couldn't find his question.
I bet that's exactly what it is the consist.
Right.
Rick, you might have said that, but I wasn't looking at the comments. I apologize.
Right. That was my job. I'm bad. I was slacking.
I appreciate it, though. Yeah, see, that one, this switcher's not consisted with anything, and so that's why I didn't have any problems with it. That's why it ran right away. I am amazed, though. I can tell that there's a smoothness to these engines running that there wasn't before. And I think that 5 amps of power makes a huge difference. I mean, I think it makes a big difference having 5 amps of power versus what is it, like 1 or 1.5 that's with the power cab or something like that.
Yeah, with a small layout like mine, I don't think that would.
Oh, I don't think it matters. Yeah, but my layout being as large as it is, I think it's
Oh
huge.
yeah, and it also goes on how many locos you have on the track too.
Yeah, and I have. Well, right now I don't. I've only got 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually only have 6 on the track. So.
Yeah.
And Rick, I apologize. I wish I had seen it earlier.
That was why I came on, so I could get the.
Yeah, see? Now I'm gonna
I was watching you, and I'm missing them, you know?
Robert, it all should be 14 where the power cab is. 13.3 doesn't seem like much, but it's a different.
Yeah.
Now I have on the side of my power cab, or on on this thing, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. There's a switch for 12 volt or 13.8 volts.
Right.
Now I don't know which. Maybe Rick, you can tell me which you have your setting on, or does it matter? We're gonna ask Rick now. I know, and now Anthony's mad at me. No, Anthony, you said it too. So
Sparky says Rick's getting all the credit now.
Yeah. 13.8. That's it. Okay. Okay. I will remember to. I think I'm going to unplug it before I switch it over to 13.8. So I don't want that voltage spike. It probably won't matter, but just in case. So imagine if an actual train that's a time machine ran on your railroad on the same timeline, then you can run it on your layout. Okay, Nathan.
Nathan, I already tried that with him.
Yeah.
Didn't get very far.
Oh man. No, I appreciate the help, guys. I really do. I really appreciate. Yeah, Rick says unplug it first. You know, because I've never. I mean, this is the first time. I'm just pulling it out of the box. I did read the instructions, but I don't even recall anywhere in the instructions talking about the voltage setting on the transformer. So that's kind of odd. Big head.
Andy says he hangs out with Rick. He's got a big head.
Now, I can plug in my wireless, but I don't know how long it's going to take to set it up because I didn't even bring any batteries out with me for my wireless throttle. So,
yeah,
I've got
already.
Yeah, we're already 15 minutes over.
Right.
Boy, time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out why your engines wasn't moving.
Yeah. But anyway, hey, I appreciate everybody's help with that. That's I would have, you know, if I wasn't on this live stream, I would have been sitting here beating my head against the wall for 2 or 3 hours probably.
Then you'd have a big head too.
Yeah, because it'd be swollen. Yeah. No, thanks for joining everybody. Hey, I mean, we have 36 people in here now.
Right. Crooked River next week.
That's right. Dave Thurber, Crooked River and Eastern.
Right.
Don't forget to go see Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And I think John's got that great chart of all the live streams, doesn't he?
Yeah, somewhere. But well, I think Heath originally set that up.
Oh, did he do it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's a big chart. I gave up on those. They change daily.
I know, and I can't even remember everybody now. I know tomorrow night, or I'm sorry, Friday night, Vinny's on.
Right.
And I don't know if anybody's doing. Is anybody doing tomorrow? Wednesday?
I don't know.
TSG.
Yeah, Wednesday TSG.
Good.
All right. And then Friday's Vinny. Thursday, I don't know if Hot Rod Rodney's going to do his or not.
Hey, John. There's John. John showed up late. We'll have to dock him some of his pay.
And you have the Sunday guys. Vinny always does a Saturday premiere.
Yeah.
Back on track Saturday morning. And there's this real strange show on Monday. It comes out on Mondays called Not Bad. It comes out on every other Monday, which I think it's this Monday coming up. Had to get my own plugged in. And Robert muted himself again.
I don't know how I keep doing that.
I don't know how you keep doing that either.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I keep touching to mute myself.
I don't know, but you've been doing it. Oh, you muted yourself again. You're muted.
That is that's doing it itself.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I don't know.
Did you plug your NCE into it or something?
Yeah, I must have. Hey, N-Scale, how you doing?
Hiya, Roy. Roy Smith.
Hey, Roy, how's it going? And Roy Eltham.
Yeah.
I don't think I said hi to Roy. I hope I didn't miss. I know I missed saying hello to a lot of people.
Yeah, Grandpa Rails. They're all starting to come in now that you're going to shut off.
Yeah, that's right. Aliens. Yep. Well, hey, I appreciate it, everybody. It's we've gone 20 minutes over, and I didn't expect to do that. I thought I'd be searching for things to talk about for an hour, but but no, this has been great, and I appreciate everybody showing up. And don't forget to watch Dave next week on the Crooked River and Eastern Channel. And I'll give everybody 2 minutes to promote your channels. 2 minutes. 2. And Wilmer's counting down.
I ran out of fingers.
See you, Rick. Thanks. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, it was, Steve. It was like a Heath stream. Things went wrong.
I'm going to have probably not long after we get off here, I'm going to upload part 2 of the build series.
Good.
For anybody that's interested.
Keeps dropping my mic. I don't know why. All right, you guys. Easy. All right, Nancy. 1380. Wow, you're up there.
I'll give you cutest Winkner's instructions. I don't know what you're talking about, Anthony. And you're muted.
I don't know why that keeps happening. And I don't know why James had a question.
I don't know where it went. Robert, my question.
Well, James, if I don't see it, go ahead and email me, flyingcrow@yahoo.com.
Okay, Robert, which is better, power or non-powered frogs?
There's no reason to power a frog. If your wheels are engaged on your locomotives, if both sets of trucks are hooked, are getting power, there's no reason to power your frogs. It's just an extra step, and you keep your track clean. I just don't do it. It's just an extra step that's just really not needed. So. And it seems like the 5-amp system runs a little bit smoother anyway. There's more current going to your track, so I have just personally found that there's absolutely no reason to power frogs if those conditions are met.
Robert has that same problem, Roy Smith. Got to remember that Eastern time is 1 hour later than Panama time.
Yes. All right, everybody. Have a great week, and thank you, Uncle Wilmer, for watching the chat for me.
I had fun.
Yeah,
That's all that counts.
That's it. I finally had fun once I quit having to pull my hair out, wondering what's going on. All right, y'all take it easy, and we will see you next time.